This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Where we want to educate you about our market, empower you to make wise decisions, and help you engage with our expert contributors.
And I'm going to start with our weekly stats. Let me bring them up for you and show you what's going on right now. The week does not present many surprises. Once again, inventory continues to decline. We've seen it go down another 140 homes this week. Went down 175 last week. We've got 4,674 single-family homes on the market. That's down significantly from back earlier this year. I'm going to scroll back a little bit so you can see that back in, I think, June. Maybe it was May. Yeah, it was May. We were up to about 64. I think that's as high as we got. We were at about 6,400 in May. And then since then, it's been a steady decline as I scroll through this. 64, 62, 6,000, 57, 56, 54, 52.
What's our average homes on the market, Harvey? Isn't it like in the 7,000s?
Yeah, our market, truth be told, when we compare our market to other markets, we always seem to be a little bit light. Over the last, 10 years almost. So what they say in other cities around the country is a normal market is when you have about 90 days worth of inventory. And we think a normal market for us is when you have about maybe 45 to 60.
45 to 60.
Right now, we're sitting on about just a little, maybe 30 or so, a little over 30, maybe 45 days worth of inventory right now. Last week, the last 7 days, we put 808 homes in escrow. We closed 605. We saw 160 withdrawn, and the median price went to $344,876. The median price per square foot went to $184.39, and the days on market is 32. It's been right around there the whole time. Again, when we talk about median sold price and or median sold price per square foot, you're only working with a week's worth of data. These numbers can shift quite dramatically over one or two sales. Even though it's median, you're kicking out the high and a low. Still, the median point with that small a sample size can manipulate quite a bit. And so I'm going to say that as the inventory continues to shrink, becomes a little more challenging for buyers.
It does.
It still does. And in light of the fact that interest rates are so low and demand is there, it creates,
buyers are there.
It creates a challenge. I love the title of this. We talk about titles for articles.
They're eye catchers.
Yes, Las Vegas housing market, quote unquote, going nuts despite pandemic. So, and Eli Siegel wrote this, and I quote Eli quite a bit, and I think he does a great job of keeping track of our market. And he talks about, he went back in history to 1909 when they first started doing new home construction here, and how they talked about how they build it, they'll come kind of a thing. And that's true. But right now, low mortgage rates are much of the fuel, which I think is right. The average rate on a 30-year home loan last month was 2.83%, down from 3.69 last year. So down about almost a full percent from a very low rate to begin with.
A whole point, yeah.
3.69 that's a good rate.
Yeah.
Anyone who's under 30 doesn't believe that, but anybody who's over 30 knows. We saw, in
double digits.
In the 90s, we saw double-digit mortgage rates. Yeah, absolutely.
It is cheap money.
It is. It's very cheap money. The median price, they have the median price at $340,200 for the month of October, which is right about what we're quoting in terms of what we're seeing for single-family homes. Buyers closed on 32.25 last month, but the broader economy is still in rough shape. And so what he's saying is it's going nuts in spite of the pandemic. Well, the pandemic is having devastating effect on the the economy.
Unfortunately, it seems like it's still in full effect. I saw at the Smith Center. The Smith Center, they were able to furlough some people, but unfortunately, they're saying they're going to have to lay off over 150 positions because they said they've lost already $20 million. This year because there's no concerts.
No concerts, no shows, no Broadway shows.
Yeah.
Helene and I go to the shows with Shelley and Joel.
It's a beautiful venue.
It really is amazing. It's a world-class venue.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a tremendous place.
Yeah.
It's sad. Yeah, and we're seeing it all across the valley. As a seller, you love it. As a buyer,
you're competing.
It's tough.
You need to write as clean as offer as possible.
It is. It's tough.
Yeah.
Now, he also wrote another article this week where he basically talks about how we've set a record for the 5th straight month. In this article, I need to point out, it's very important that in this one paragraph, and I'm sharing this with everybody right now. I don't know what just happened there, but I can't highlight the way I want to, guys. Sorry. But before the pandemic shut down much of the economy virtually overnight, the median sale price of single-family homes hit a then record of $316,000 in February, and then it took more than 13 years to reach that peak again.
Wow.
That was set in mid-2006. But it took us, what did I say? What did I just say? How many years?
13?
13 years to catch up. Other markets caught up within 5 or 6 years and long since surpassed their records. We're just getting there now.
Right.
But we've broken records 5 months in a row. We're seeing prices.
They compare us to, what is it, Phoenix and then Texas and Florida and other states, and they said that it took us a little bit longer.
Yeah, which you know what?
It's healthy.
I like that, right?
It's healthy.
I mean, I don't want to be moving so fast that we're going to be seeing another bubble burst.
Nobody wants that.
And I don't see that. I just don't see it. While we're seeing records, it's not scary records for me, in my mind. You know, there's people out there, they've always been, you know, certain agents advertise, sell your home quick before the bubble bursts again, because they're trying to scare people or just entice them to list their house now. You know, it's just not the case. The dynamics aren't there. Now, I think we're in for some bumpy stuff ahead. I don't doubt that. I'm not blind to the idea that our economy is definitely hurting right now.
I've heard a lot of people, they're very skeptical about the market right now. They said, you know, I see the houses pricings are going up because of inventory being low. So a lot of people are skeptical that the market there's going to be a crash, that prices are going to drop next year. But if anybody knew that, if anybody had any real numbers behind that, we'd all be very rich.
Yeah. If we only knew.
If we only knew.
If we only knew. I think that, you know, you talk about trying to project, and we don't do that. I can't tell you what's going to happen.
The crystal ball seminars.
You know, I think there's a good chance that we'll see some things get bumpy over the coming, you know, weeks and months and even in the upcoming years because of unemployment mostly.
Yeah.
Because people have lost jobs, but the unemployment rate has improved dramatically since the first hits. It's gotten better, but there are, like you said, Smith Center. I mean, they don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And now that we're in what we're calling another wave, you know, and the governor's stay-at-home 2.0.
2.0 for 14 days.
For 14 days, you know, hopefully it works.
Yeah.
Hopefully it curtails us. Hopefully we get, you know, relief, you know, from the drug companies. Hopefully we get a vaccine that's going to work and be effective, and people are excited and they take it.
Yeah, because I even heard about the casinos. The casinos are considering doing like midweek day closures.
Yeah.
Because they're not seeing the traffic that they're used to. So a lot is still being affected. But like I said, hopefully everybody can stay healthy and try and get past this.
Downtown Summerlin, you know, they have their annual Christmas season. They deck it out for the holidays. This year, and I thought it was interesting that they decided that they really need to go all out this year. So this year, there's 200,000 additional twinkling lights throughout. They have a big 40-foot tree. And according to Danielle Bisterfeld, I think I spelled that, or pronounced that right, Bisterfeld, Vice President of Marketing for Summerlin, it was more important than ever to create an extra special holiday look and feel this year to ensure visitors to downtown Summerlin experience the joy of the season. I'm not sure the decorations are going to do it.
Yeah.
I hope they do.
But there's an ice skating rink and everything, right?
That's
So
right.
yeah.
Right. And you know, and Helene and I, you know, we're very traditional in the way that we shop for the holidays. We like going to the mall and shopping for our friends and family. We like seeing stuff and deciding what's good for somebody as opposed to just
Amazon.
going on, as opposed to Amazon. Right. And so, you know, I like to, you know, grab stuff and see stuff and say, oh, well, that would be perfect for so-and-so. If you want to get a little bit of holiday spirit, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
A little old-fashioned shopping on your feet. You know, get on your feet, walk into a store, look at stuff, shop around. I think it's a great idea. Please join us again next week as we keep you up to date on everything real estate here in Southern Nevada. Remember, send me any questions or ideas for next week's broadcast. Tune in every Thursday at 3. Also, please let your friends and family know to like our Facebook page and be reminded about our updates at LV Real Estate Radio. We'll catch you next week. Thanks again for joining us.